Geometry, we are back 4 of 6B, because now we're looking at the review for Master Reed. Okay, so we got a little bit into the basic things, relationship and everything. So the first, we have this arc, and we have this angle, and the crazy thing about the angle is that the vertex of the angle is on the circle. So when it's on the circle, you still have the idea of this arc-angle relationship. However, one of the arcs is gone. The second arc is gone completely, so you have this like plus 0 divided by 2 equals the angle. Okay, so we're going to divide this by 2. 216 divided by 2 is going to be 108. So, is that the question? FGH? Yeah, it's just 108 degrees. That was fast and easy there. Alright, LM, it's asking us to find the measure of arc LM. This is kind of like the inverse of what we did because they're giving us the angle and asking about the arc. Well, if we take the arc and divide it by 2 and that gives us the angle, that means like x divided by 2 equals 64. So I'm going to multiply by 2 then. And that would give me 128 this time. Not 108, but 128 degrees would be the measure of this arc. Too easy. Too easy. Let's try some more. Okay, so we got 2 arcs this time. I see that I have an arc here, and they're asking me for JML, which is this angle. So I'm going to have the arc-angle relationship. Because the intersection is on the inside here at point M, I'm going to add the 2 arcs. So let's see what we're going to have then. That means it's 70 plus 52. And we got to simplify that a little bit. That's going to be 122 divided by 2, which equals 61. So this angle is 61 degrees. Let's do another one. Angle STR. STR is this angle right there. So we got arc, another arc, and then the angle. So again, we have the arc-angle relationship. We're going to divide these arcs by 2, and since we're on the inside, we're going to add them. So that's 99 and 107. We put those together and divide by 2. Let's see what we're going to get. Well, it's going to be 197 plus 9, so 206. So 206 divided by 2 is going to be 103. So that's how big this is, 103. 103 degrees. Let's look at the next one. Now we have something a little bit different. We're just seeing what if we're here on the outside and we have these 2 arcs. This time we're going to have subtraction. So let's do some subtraction. So here's my 2 arcs. I got 74 degrees and 140. So again, I still have that arc-angle relationship, but this time I'm going to subtract because we are outside. The 2 arcs this time are going to be 140 is the big one, and 74 is the little one. We're going to divide that by 2 to get the angle. 140 minus 74 is going to be 66. We divide that by 2, we get 33 degrees. So that measure right there is 33 degrees. Okay, now this is where they trick us. Because they say, here's your arc, and here's the other arc. Well, I'm not going to tell you what that number is, but I bet you could figure it out. You could, because together this makes 360 if I look at the major and the minor arc. So that means to find this one, I would need to just subtract from 360. So 360 minus 232 is going to give me, well, 60 minus 32 is 28, and 300 minus 200 is 1. So it's 128. This down here is 128. Alright, so now I have the arc-angle relationship. Because the intersection is on the outside here, we're going to be subtracting. So that'll be 232 minus 128 divided by 2. Let's see what we come up with. Well, 32 minus 28, that's 4. And then we have 2 minus 1, that's 100. Divide that by 2. And that's going to be 52 degrees. So x equals 52 degrees. Excellent. Okay, number 7 here. Again, we have these 2 arcs. and it's asking us about the angle here. So we have the arc, angle relationship. And because we're on the outside this time, we're going to subtract. So that means I'm going to have 75 and then subtract the 29. Of course, we have to divide by 2. Let's see what we get. Well, 75 minus 29 is kind of like 75 minus 30 plus 1 extra. So that's going to be 46 divided by 2 equals the angle, which is 23 degrees. So it's 23 degrees. All right, now let's look at these ones. So we got 108 for the big arc, x for the little arc, and 35 degrees for the angle. Remember, we have the arc, angle relationship. Of course, we divide the arcs by 2. And since we are outside for this intersection, that means we're going to subtract. So we got 108 minus x equals 35. Don't forget to divide by 2. So to get rid of that denominator of 2, I'm going to multiply each side, left and right, by 2. I'll have 70 on the right, and on the left I'll have 108 subtract some number equals 70. So, well, what's the difference there? What would I subtract to get to 70? Well, let's find out. 108 minus 70 would give me 38. So this must be 38. 38 degrees. Sweet. Too easy. So that's the end of part 4. Remember, it's all about the arc, angle relationship. You have the divide by 2 and the equal sign here. And if it's inside, then you're going to add. If it's outside, you're going to subtract. And if it's on the circle, if that vertex is on the circle, then the second is going to be arc plus 0 divided by 2. It's like that second arc just disappears. You wind up just having divided by 2 equals the angle. Too easy. Too easy. Remember, if you want, you can even ask for the substitute to replay the video. Or even you can replay the video yourself online at youtube.com/ahsmath. Alright, we'll see you in part 5.